Hey guys, Penny here with Stay Body Positive, and today we are going to talk about mind maps and your focus. Have you lost your focus during this time? Uh, it's or do you just need to refocus maybe? Well, you can do that using this simple technique that I'm going to share with you today, and that is something called a mind map, and you can use it to refocus and get back on track during this downtime, as you may have been affected by this and your focus may be affected. I know my focus has been affected. So let's jump into this because I want to make sure that I'm providing great material for you guys and not just keeping you from doing something else. So let's jump into this. I'm going to share with you, so bear with me just a second here and I'll share my screen. Still working on on my live streaming, so bear with me, but we're going to jump into this. This is actually one of the journals that I created, and you guys have seen this before. Let me show you. Let me back up here just a second. So I just got this one in, and this is called Beautiful Successes, and it's a journal to help you plan your successes. And it's got the mind map in here. It's also got the goal setting techniques, and it's the PDF I've got pulled up here on my desktop. So I'm going to just switch back over to the PDF so I can share this with you guys, and hopefully you can see this. Let me just maximize it so it gives you guys a better view. There we go. And that's a 2-page view, so let me see if I can switch it. Bear with me just a second here to just a single page view. No, that is single page. Okay, well, for whatever reason it wants to, and I try to share it, but hopefully you guys can see this. So last week in the live session, I went through some of the techniques on goal setting and defining goals, but this week I wanted to touch on creating getting your focus back, and one of the ways to do that is to use a mind map, and I've got a mind map actually in this book, so I'm going to hop over to that page and just make sure. I hope you guys can see this. So this is what we talked about last week, and journaling techniques to get you focused and keep you organized. And so I'm just going to kind of skim over those. And then this is in the journal as well, and this is to help you lay out those goals. And I want to talk about this just a second before I jump into the mind map. So if you are planning, or if you've never planned, if you've never goal set, it's key to being able to achieve the things you want to achieve, but it also helps you to stay focused mentally, and gives that positive, keeps you in that positive mental spirit, which is so important for us to achieve the things we want to achieve, whether it's, that we want to achieve weight loss, or we have a career goal, whatever it is. But you need to know where you're going, and you can't, it's difficult to know that if you're not looking at some type of roadmap, and the roadmap for me is journaling. And so daily, some of the things that I encourage and teach is the 3 C's, and we'll talk about that. So let's move over to the 3 C's just a second. So the 3 C's are journaling challenges. So your challenges. So what is your challenge? A challenge is your goal, what you want to achieve, and then your commitment is your second C, and that is what are you willing to do for that goal. And then the third C is consistency, and mastering consistency is the hardest thing for people. But just wanted to touch on that really quickly before we jump over to the mind map. So what is a mind map? So a mind map is a graphical representation of a concept. It's a visualization tool. It's also going to help you have a mental picture of what you're trying to achieve as well. So this is an example of a mind map, and this is in the journal. I use this example in here because this example was created for when I was writing the book Stop Bitching, Eat Keto, Lose Weight. So I started with a mind map, and I started with the focus in the center was on keto foods, and then I came out to the different sections or areas of what are the different breakdowns of keto foods. You have your fats and your fruit and your meats, and vegetables and sugar substitutes and dairy and other. But it doesn't matter what the subject is. I mean, this could be anything from writing a book to whatever your goal or the task at hand is that you're trying to achieve. It could be refocusing your career. Now, my career is I do a lot of things. I write and I do YouTube, and but I'm a technical trainer and consultant by trade, and so I'm on the road a lot. You guys have seen me on my travels, so I want to start bringing in teaching some of the things that I use and that I to help you stay on a positive path with focus right now, because I know people are going through difficult times, and I want to be able to bring some of that in, because I have a consulting business, and I've been doing this off and on for 20 years, and so I'm going to start trying to give you guys some information on and tying that in. But at the same time, we all have a lot of things going on in our lives, and you can use a mind map for pretty much anything. And one of the things that I'm looking at and creating a mind map for is minimalizing. So I'm getting ready to go through a huge transition in my life, and that is I'm getting ready to minimize. I'm going to a minimalist lifestyle. So what does that mean? Well, basically what that means is that I'm going to downsize everything I have and move into an RV. Because of the way that my work is and the way that I travel, it's just not feasible for me to continue to have a big place. And I don't need a big place. I don't need a lot of things. I want to minimize in my life and have fewer things and less things to have to worry and deal with in my life. So watch for that video, because I'm going to do a video on minimizing and what I'm going through, because I'm going from about 1,200 square feet to about 350 square feet, if that. So more on that to come. But for now, let's continue to talk about this mind map. So once you have your topic in the center of your mind map, then you are going to come out of it with the different subtopics. And then from there you can start to break it down even further. And this is going to help you refocus. So if you're at home right now and you're thinking, well, I don't know what my job is going to do, then put in the center of this what your primary skill is, and then start to refocus outward on what can you do with this skill that you have. Maybe your primary skill is you can edit videos. So if I can edit videos, what can I do with this skill? Okay, well, I could potentially work as a social media content editor, right? So that's one item that you could put up here. What else could you do if you can edit video? Well, you could potentially work in you could work in some type of graphics. You could be a virtual assistant for someone who needs video editing skills. You could also work for someone who's looking for video editing as a YouTuber. I know that I am definitely going to be looking for someone to help me with editing because I just don't have enough time to do all of my editing. And so that is on my plate to hire someone out there for editing very soon as well. So think about all of the different things that this skill could come into play and how it could be utilized, and see if you can come up with some ideas to remarket yourself if you have lost your job through this transition that we're going through, or if you just simply want to make a change in your life. You can certainly use a mind map to help you with that. If you're looking to lose weight, you can use a mind map. You can put your target goal in the center here of what you're hoping to achieve. Do you want to go on the keto diet? So put keto in the middle, and then put out here the things that you need to do to move toward a keto diet, like start your grocery shopping, and then that would branch out here to maybe a list of the different items that you need to begin thinking about buying when you're at the grocery store, and then what other lifestyle change is changing to a keto lifestyle going to cause. So you could put that here. Maybe you want to, if your goal is to lose weight, maybe this one would be fitness, or some type of you could put fitness, and then here you can break it down, and then here you could, and you don't have to have this many categories, this is just a sample, and then this section here you could put your support network, because if we are looking to achieve a goal, we need a support network. Otherwise, you don't want to share your goal. If you, by sharing your goal, you actually dissipate the goal a lot of times if you start to share it before you've started to work the process on achieving your goal. And that's one of the things that I talk about in the universal law videos that I do. So you're not necessarily always wanting to share goals that you're working on until you have reached a certain level in the process. But these are all great ways that a mind map can help you refocus and re-energize yourself and just reorganize your thoughts. It's just a visual tool. You don't need, although I do have the blank diagrams in the book here, you can simply sit down and draw this out on a piece of paper, or you can put it on your whiteboard. So I just wanted to hop on today in my live stream, which is Tuesdays at 11, and that is Central Time, so it's 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and share with you guys today my positive tip for today is mind maps and refocusing. Do check out this journal it's a pocket-sized journal, so you can drop it in your purse, and you can check that out on Amazon. I'll link that up, and I have several others. And let me know what your thoughts are on journaling, and how do you use journaling. Put that in the comments for me below, and let me know what you're wanting to learn. What can help you have a positive life, body, mind, and spirit? Because it's a 360. It's the whole picture here. It's not just about the food that we take in. It's about what we feed our mind mentally as well too. And I jokingly say, and I'm not talking bad about country music here, but if you want to get depressed, listen to country music. Now, some of it's, not all of it's like that, but some of it is, and I love the country music singers, have great respect for them, but it is never something that takes me to a positive place. I need positive fuel for my mind, and I need a positive stimulation, and that doesn't mean that I need to think about sadness and things that a lot of country songs happen to bring out. So consider the things that you feed your mind as you start to think about this positive lifestyle. Think about the things that influence your thoughts, because everything begins with one thought, and then it just progresses into your destiny, because your thoughts determine your habits. And that's something I touched on last week in another video that I'm preparing for you guys as well. But this is Mind Map. It's a visual. Create one, and let me know what you guys want to see to help stay body positive, mind, body, and spirit, so you can reap the rewards. I'm Penny Morgan. I'll see you next Tuesday or in the next video.